Afternoon guys, Vengeance coming here with another deck profile. This one is a Zombie Danger Orcust, which I created last week. Took it to two locals on Saturday and Sunday, and came first on Saturday with an X01 after 5 rounds, and on Sunday came 5th out of 30 odd players with an X1 record. Okay, so let's get to it. So starting off with the zombies. 2 Glow Up Bloom, 2 Uni Zombie. Again, what it was going to play 3, I just felt 2 was the right ratio for the cards that I'm playing. 1 Gozuki, don't really want to play one more than that, he's more than enough. 3 Mizukis. Now with Zombie World up, this is a really good card. If you've got like Dingosu, Galatea, Thousand Eyes Strict, anything in the graveyard with Zombie World up, it's classified as a zombie, just reborn it back with Mizuki. 1 Banshee, you never want to see that in your hand. Normal summons really are just basically the Uni Zombies. You don't really want Banshee in your hand at all because you want to search it, you want to send it from Curious or send it through Uni Zombie. Boss monster of zombies, Doom King, 1 negate, 1 banish, especially with Zombie World on field. It's pretty good. So that's the zombie lineup. Next we go to the danger package. It's pretty much standard. 2 Jack, 2 Snake, 2 Mothman, 2 Nessie, and 1 Bigfoot. Bigfoot was just if I had any problem cards I want to get over. This is purely for draw power and just help me if I needed to go into Curious to get with my Orcust combo. So that is the dangers. And finally we have a very small Orcust engine consisting of 2 Nightmares, 2 Harp Horrors, 1 Symbol and 1 Wand. I felt this was the right ratio for myself personally with the way I played the deck. Wouldn't have 3 Harp Horrors in there. Ideally want to see Uni Zombie for my normal summon. I don't really want to see Harp Horror in my hand. Hence the reason why. And for hand traps, 3 Ash, because it's just the best hand trap in the game. Also as well, because it's zombie as well, it relates nicely to Doom King for a negate or a banish on your opponent's side. Spells, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, purely for the fact of Babble. They can't get Babble back, and it was just to get rid of any other problem cards that I fancied, that I felt that was on the field. 3 Instant Fusion. This card's hilarious, especially with Zombie World up. Make Thousand Eyes Strict, link it off, bring it back with Mizuki, absorb a monster, link it off, bring it back again with another Mizuki, absorb another monster. Or if you're going with the All-Cast, you can actually finish turn 1 with Doom King, Rivalry, Zombie World, Dingersu and Winder. So that pretty much stops your opponent from playing. 2 Call by the Grave, didn't want to play 3. I've always played 2, just my personal preference. 1 Upstart Goblin, just for extra draw power. 1 Terraforming, because you need to find Zombie World. 1 Foolish Burial, to send the likes of Mizuki, Banshee, any All-Cast monster to graveyard to help with your combos. And best card in the deck, Zombie World. This basically shuts off Thunders, shuts off True Draco, shuts off anything that tribute summons, because you can't tribute unless it's a zombie monster, and it turns all zombie monsters, it turns all monsters on graveyard and on the field into zombies. 1 Orchestrated Return. Now because I want to see my cards in the graveyard as much as possible, I put this little tech in. People are going to think, why are you playing hand destruction and card destruction? Well, hand destruction purely fact, if I had Wand and Orcust Nightmare in my hand and I wanted them in the graveyard, that's one way of getting rid of it. And card destruction was also a good way if I wasn't sure what deck the guy was playing. If I wanted fresh cards as well, it was also good as well, because it also gets all my danger effects as well, because they're all discarded. And that's it for the spells. And then traps, 3 impermanents, 3 of the fun card, Rivalry. With this and Zombie World up and a monster, If they haven't got any back row removal, they just can't play the game. You lock them out completely, which was what the aim of this deck was, basically to have Window up or have Doom King on field with Rivalry and Zombie World. Once I had that combination up, 99% of the times I won. And then Crescendo, because you got to, because you're playing the orcust. So it's a 54 main card deck. Would I make changes to it? Possibly, maybe, but we'll see how we get on at a regional. Extra deck monsters, Link Karibo, because you can. And my cat's just jumped into a box. Okay. Link Karibo, just link off Thousand Eyes Restrict and then bring it back in, etc. Avenged Savior, really good monster. During battle phase, when it attacks a monster, uses effects, send a zombie monster to deck to graveyard, and your opponent loses 200 attack per level. So it was good that if you had Zombie World up and you need Doom King, you send Doom King to graveyard, they lose 1600, and then you can reborn Doom King on the standby phase of your the next turn. Vampire Sucker, really good card. If you have a level 8 or higher monster in your hand, with this on field and Zombie World, you can actually tribute your opponent's monsters as if you was controlling them. And then it's just draw power, so you get a draw power from when you summon a zombie monster from the graveyard. And because Zombie World, and they're all zombies, it's pretty much anything really. If I had a card in my hand that I wanted to get rid of, I'll just go into Barricade Blocker, and it also protects Zombie World for a turn. It Masquerena, well, you know what that does anyway. It was one of my, if I wanted to go into It Masquerena and add another monster on field for Unicorn next turn, I could have done. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, just standard plays. Curious, if I had just opened up Dangers and I had Dangers and I had a normal summon, I could just use my normal summon plus the 2 Dangers, go into Curious, make my combos and start off that way. Boris Sword, because it's so easy to spam monsters with this deck. Boris Sword for game. 2 Galateas. The reason I'm not playing 3, I thought 2 was the right choice, because ideally you want to go into 1 Galatea and then use one or something to bring back another Orcust, then use Return to tribute the Orcust to your thing, and then do it that way, which was one way of doing it. 1 Longursu, because it's just 1 Longursu. 1 Dingy Boy. And my instant fusion targets are basically Winder and Thousand Eyes Restrict. So 15 cards in the extra, and I wouldn't change the extra. Side deck, because lots of people want their extra deck, decided to go with the artifact package, 3 Sanctums, 1 Scythe, and I just put 2 Lances in there just to stop them banishing. Came in clutch against a Thunder Dragon player, so yeah, so can't complain about that. And plus you can also search Lancier, special summon Lancier off Sanctum as well. 3 Nibiru, which is this Nibiru because you got to. 3 System Down. This is purely for the fact if I was playing against any All-Cast or Sky Striker decks. System Down just made me get them to remove all their machine monsters from the field. Didn't really use it, and I probably would take it out because when Zombie World was on the field, it's kind of conflicted with Zombie World. But then I did use it as back row bait. So I set it, so my opponent thinking it was something good, so they had to target that, which means they left my other stuff alone. And 3 Twin Twisters, because you have to. So yeah, so mainly 3 Cosmic, siding 3 Twin Twisters. If I'm playing against a back row heavy deck, then Twin Twisters come into play. And that's the profile. Just to show you guys one thing, generally the end board you want to make is one of them, 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 and one of them. This is pretty much the end board you want to have at the end of most turns. I was doing test hands. I got this board about 70% of the time. Once I put in hand destruction, card destruction, the consistency went up. Yeah, so this is the main board that you ideally want to finish with. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and that is it, the deck profile for my Zombie Danger Orcust deck. 54 card monstrosity, if you want to put it that way. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, our team page is at the bottom of the comments, so have fun, good luck, and enjoy.